India is one of the fastest growing countries in terms of population and economics. From my seat here inside one of Mumbai's trendiest restaurants, life on the subcontinent looks pretty good. For those of us who have benefited from India's rise, it can be hard to remember that less than a kilometer from where I sit, there are whole neighborhoods filled with citizens who go to bed hungry every single night. Despite our rising prosperity, India still ranks second in the world when it comes to children suffering from malnutrition. And the effects of this nutrition gap are real and very painful to digest. Compared with their better fed peers, nutrition deficient individuals are more likely to have infectious diseases such as pneumonia and tuberculosis, which lead to a higher mortality rate. So, how do we solve this imbalance? How can we harness science and innovation to ensure that zero Indians are left behind when it comes to nutrition? In this episode, we will look at innovators and inventions that are on a quest for zero deficiencies. Over the next half an hour, we will investigate a variety of new ways to deliver healthy food, ideas that improve accessibility, affordability, and availability for all. Let's start with rice, the ultimate Indian staple that provides daily sustenance to 65% of the country. The first stop on our quest for zero takes us to Mathura, where a company has a smart plan to use the humble bag of rice as a delivery system that promises to lift millions of Indians out of nutrition deficiency.
Narmada Nayak has been running the Shyam Sundar School in the Gajapati district of Odisha for almost 15 years. But for this teacher, education isn't her only concern. Feeding kids with a nourishing meal is an equal priority.
हमारे स्कूल में 98 स्टूडेंट है। हम सब स्टूडेंट को मिड डे मील प्रोग्राम में शामिल करते हैं। हमारे गजपति डिस्ट्रिक्ट में जो गरीब लोग हैं उसको बच्चे को आयरन कमी है, इसलिए हमें फोर्टिफाइड राइस देकर उसका आयरन को बढ़ाते हैं। इस फोर्टिफाइड राइस देने के बाद हमारा बच्चा ठीक से पढ़ाई करते हैं, खेल कूद भी करते हैं और कम बीमार पड़ते हैं।
Nearly 200 million people suffer from malnutrition in India. The effects are particularly devastating on young, affecting growth and development. An international non-profit health organization, PATH, developed a cost-effective rice fortification technology to tackle this problem of malnutrition.
Fortification is one of the best cost-effective and very easy route to eradicate anemia and otherwise or malnutrition. Fortification of the major common staple food, because rice in this Gajapati area and particularly in Odisha, which is under the poverty is more, rice is our staple food. So if that is fortified with iron, then automatically most of major community will consume it, and basically our focus is on school children. So the school children in the midday meal program, they will consume this rice, fortified rice, and definitely Gajapati, which the data shows that it has about 63 to 64% of anemia level among the children. So this is the best strategy where easily the people, the students will get the rice.
The Ultra Rice Fortification technology reaches children who need it the most through the World Food Programme. The World Food Programme in turn collaborates with an Indian rice milling company, Usher Agro, to produce and distribute this fortified rice.
It is a supplement to medicine. Psychologically, people are less inclined to take medicine, and this being a food, so it becomes a direct intake. Another advantage with the technology is that when you take medicines, the vitamins, 90% of those vitamins are rejected by the body, while in the food 90% is absorbed by the body. So the result of the fortification is much greater and higher vis-a-vis the medical that you use it.
Usher Agro Limited in Mathura holds a license for manufacturing this fortified rice, which is a patented technology for worldwide production. The rice is fortified by adding vitamins at a rate of 100:1.
What we are doing is we are adding the vitamin and the minerals in the rice itself, and we are making a kernel, that is a, you can say, we call it a FRK, fortified rice kernel. So they are effectively extruded rice, and that rice is blended with the normal rice in certain proportion as per the requirement of the area, how much deficient they are on the vitamins, on the minerals.
Inducing a fortified staple food like rice is a complex undertaking. But by collaborating, these companies are proving that it is a powerful tool to address the problem of malnutrition.
We work on a total health. There is no deficiency of any vitamin or a zero deficiency on, say, nutritious requirement of the country.
Fortified rice is enhanced with micronutrients and iron, and this will definitely lead to zero malnutrition and zero iron deficiency.
For these children in Orissa, this fortified rice ensures not just a full belly, but a healthy life and happy smile.
In a country of over 1 billion people, it's indeed a matter of grave thought that malnutrition amongst India's children is a problem that has yet not been completely solved. In fact, the World Bank has estimated that India is one of the highest ranking countries when it comes to the number of children suffering from malnutrition.
Until a few years ago, the classrooms of GHPS Banjarapalya School in Bangalore did not buzz with activity. The attendance and enrollment figures were low. Many students were unable to attend school on a hungry stomach. But today, the effort of one organization ensures that each child gets a good, hot, nutritious meal every day.
ಈಗ ಅಕ್ಷಯ ಪಾತ್ರೆಯಿಂದ ಬರುವ ಊಟ ತುಂಬ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛತೆಯಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಆಟದಲ್ಲೂ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸುತ್ತೇವೆ. ನಾವು ಆಟದಿಂದ ಖೋ ಪ್ರಥಮ ಬಹುಮಾನವನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
With the vision that no child should be deprived of education due to hunger, Akshay Patra Foundation came up with its midday meal scheme.
40% of the world's malnourished children are in our country. As you know, Akshay Patra has been providing school meals, midday meals to 1.3 million children every day. India has got close to 120 million government school going children population, and we are catering to close to 1.5% of that, 1.3% to be precise.
Churning out 1.3 million meals every day takes meticulous planning and innovation. One of their biggest innovations are these gravity flow-based centralized kitchens.
This is more like an industrial cooking setup where we have huge cauldrons. These are called as cauldrons, which cook the rice and sambar, and these can cook large quantities. For example, this particular sambar cauldron can cook 1200 liters of sambar, which is equal to about 6,000 children in about 1.5 to 2 hours time. This floor receives inputs from the pre-processing floor above this, where all the ingredients are pre-processed and then sent in for cooking through these chutes that you see above these cookers. And from this floor it goes to the next floor, the floor below this, where all the packing of the ingredients, all the packing of the food that we have prepared happens. The unique feature about this particular floor is, and the floor below, is that the entire food goes untouched by human hand. That is from a food safety perspective.
Seven to 8 tons of rice, vegetables and pulses are cooked every day in just 3 hours. Technology has been brought in wherever possible to ensure hygiene, bring in speed and scale up operations.
We generate steam using industrial boilers. The fuel that goes into the boiler is something that's an organic waste. Again, this is one of the organization objectives to ensure that we don't, we use as much as possible green energy. So we use organic fuel which goes into the generation of steam.
The cooked meal is supplied through an elaborate transportation system which works from the wee hours of the morning to ensure that the food reaches the school by lunchtime.
We've got specialized customized vans. These vans can carry food for about 2,000 to 3,000 children on an average, and they have got customized racks and they've got an insulation around them to keep the food hot and fresh and also safe. And these vans are tracked by using technology like GPS and other things, so that we are able to ensure that we are able to reach the food on time and also trace where the van is.
Starting with only 1,500 children in a short time, the Akshaya Patra Foundation has grown to become the largest school lunch program in the world. They have 16 such centralized kitchens across 9 states in India.
The dropout rates have come down, participation of children in class has gone up, underweight population has come down. In 2020, we want to reach out to 5 million children every day. Currently, we are at 1.3 million children.
Even as students increase and volumes expand, Akshaya Patra has not lost view of its core principle, serving tasty and nutritious food to ensure zero hungry children.
Akshaya Patra is a classic case of social innovation, where we have utilized technology that is prevalent in the for-profit sector, in the not-for-profit sector. We have leveraged technology to solve a problem that is prevalent in this country, that is hunger.
Sometimes nothing gives you more joy than dipping your biscuit in a hot cup of chai. But if the biscuit can give you more than just joy, then wouldn't that be something? That's after the break. Now, the humble biscuit is a mainstay of our Indian diet. Some of us like the energy it gives us in the morning. No business meeting is complete without a little tray of biscuits, while others gobble them during the day to keep going. But as we are about to find out, it's children who could really do with more biscuits in their daily routine. Here is an enterprising company that has transformed the lowly biscuit into an affordable delivery mechanism to raise the nation's iron levels.
It's a regular day at school for these children in Bangalore. While they do their number crunching and grammar, what keeps their mind alert and active are the midday meals they're served, and in particular these fortified biscuits from Britannia that pack in a punch.
The children come in the morning, they are given a porridge which is of multiple grains like ragi and other things. Then they are served a midday meal. Then the biscuit they get as part of a snack which is used to supplement whatever they are eating in school. So it is a whole program which goes together.
While they may seem tiny, these biscuits are solving one of India's biggest problems: malnutrition in the country's children. 1 out of every 3 malnourished children in the world lives in India. Anemia, which is iron deficiency, affects 74% of children in India under the age of 3. Britannia Industries realized the role it could play in improving the nutrition levels of children and take up the cause of eradicating iron deficiency through fortified biscuits.
So the science of fortification exists. The question from our point of view was how many milligrams of iron to add in the biscuit, what form of iron to add so that it doesn't interfere with the taste and the other delivery of the biscuit. How to actually make the biscuit, which is fortified with iron, taste actually very good, because iron by itself has a metallic taste. So the science existed. It was the product development work, which was how do we take the science and add what we know best to do, which is make food taste good, in this case make biscuits taste good, and it was a product development effort that got us to where we are.
Britannia Industries has launched a nationwide nutrition program covering over 2,500 schools and 2 million children through iron-fortified Tiger biscuits.
And the other thing about iron is that you can measure it with a simple blood test, the level of hemoglobin and so on. So, we're talking about children with average levels of hemoglobin which are between 8.5 to 9. And, so the pediatrician helped us determine how many milligrams of iron would be required for this kind of health status or nutrition status of these children. And roughly it was about 15 to 20 milligrams of iron to be given over a period of time. We went back after 90 days, and what we found was a significant increase. And what we learned, and what is also a medical fact, now I'm not a medical person, is that the lower your hemoglobin, the greater is the impact of any intervention like this.
In this particular school in the heart of Bangalore, the difference in the energy levels of children is clearly evident, as is the enthusiasm.
टाइगर बिस्किट बहुत अच्छा है, उससे शक्ति आता है.
We find that the children who were listless earlier are very active, sprightly, more mischievous. That shows that they are developing on the right lines, and they are all very much better in studies than they were before.
Every giant leap starts with a small step, and Britannia Industries is powering ahead with its Tiger brand to make children in India healthy and fit.
We see ourselves as being a part of the solution, maybe a small part of the solution, but certainly a part of the solution. And the whole idea is that this is something which kids love, which adults like as well. And if we simply, take it and make it available to them on a regular basis, they enjoy the taste, they get the benefit of, the nutrients that we are adding, and it also is, is satisfying.
Over the past 30 minutes, we have seen how hunger and malnutrition is a very real problem in India. But the good news, we've also tried to dispel the gloom and have brought before you 3 companies that have made it their mission to ensure a healthier India. Our quest has not ended. Next week, we take up a different challenge and bring to you innovators and companies who dare to look that challenge in the face and, by the help of science, laugh those challenges away, all in the quest for Shunya, the figure that inspires. If you too have an innovation that is solving or has the potential to solve some of the problems we are facing today, you can write into us at powerofshunya13@timesgroup.com. This could earn you a chance to feature on this show. Until next week, it's me, Anupam Kher, saying goodbye.
Next week on The Power of Shunya, meet companies trying to provide scientific solutions to the ailing Indian farmer. Watch how a company is bringing smart irrigation solutions that will help the farmer to grow more with less. A high-yielding variety of seed which is drought tolerant. And a device which lets the farmer control his water pumps through his mobile phone, leading to zero water waste in his fields.